So you're thinking about moving to Austin, Texas and want to live near a golf course? Well, you're in luck. Today we are talking about Austin Country Club. We're going to give you the overall map tour of the community, what all is there and what to expect. So let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living in Austin, Texas, then subscribe below and tap the bell so you can get notifications about the current market in Austin, Texas. Hi, my name is Nicole Cooper and my team and I get calls from people just like you looking for help moving to Austin, Texas. So whether you're looking to move in 9 or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always happy to help people make a smooth move to Austin, Texas. So guys, let's dive into the computer right now and give you the map tour of the Austin Country Club area. All right, so here we're in the overview of the Austin area. Let's start where we start. This is downtown Austin. This is Austin Country Club right here. And here is the airport, just to give you some points of reference. Now we're gonna zoom in on Austin Country Club and I'm gonna show you hyper detail about homes on the golf course, or possibility of. As you can see here, this, I'll zoom in even a little bit more. Half of the golf course does not have homes on it. It can't. It's down here by the water. Nothing can be down here. There are a couple of homes right here, and then, these homes back up in here are fronting the golf course. But as you can see, they're very few and far between. So when a home comes up for sale on the golf course at Austin Country Club, it sells for a huge premium. Sometimes these homes back in here and over here have a high enough perch up on a hill that they can see the home or see the golf course in the distance. But generally speaking, it's really hard to get a home on the golf course just because there's so few holes that actually have homes fronting them. Okay, we are going to show you now how you get to different parts of town and how far things are. So if we go from here and we go to just downtown Austin, it's not super far, 20 minutes. If you take the roundabout way, and of course it always depends on traffic. But if you take this road right here, the one that's in gray, it is a very pretty road. It's windy and it's more of a scenic route, but that's the more direct way if you want to go through the pretty hill countryside and wind around through there. This little portion right here where it says Redbud Isle, that is a great place to take your dogs. There's a beautiful dog park there that the dogs can actually go swimming off leash. And on this side of the water is a place called Hula Hut. And there are a couple of other places down there. One of them is a coffee shop. Let's see if we can get them to zoom in here. Mozart's, that's what it is. This is a wonderful coffee shop out on the water. It's so peaceful to go get a big cappuccino and sit out there and watch the boats go by. And this is the Hula Hut I was talking about. It's kind of like Hawaii meets Mexico. Great margaritas, great chips and salsa, and they have some tubular tacos that you shouldn't miss. Back to where we are in the grand scheme of things, I should say. Let's show you how long it takes to get to the airport. And not too much longer, actually, because you're just taking this highway on the outside of town. You're taking the Loop 360 all the way around. And that's generally, as long as you're not going at rush hour, it's a pretty smooth and easy traffic road to get to the airport. So that kind of gives you the big overview of the lay of the land there. Now we're going to dial in a little bit more specifically, like what do you do if you're out here and you live in this area here? Where do you go for dinner? Well, you've got the Davenport Village right here. And you have another Mexican food restaurant, Maudie's Milagro. Also very good margaritas, great tacos. They have good queso there as well. You have Jade, Asian restaurant. And then there's one, it's 360 Uno. I don't know if it's gonna show up on this map, but it's in there. It's fun to go to. And you have the Westlake Wine Bar. And that's all right there. Like you don't even have to leave the neighborhood. You can enter from this little back alley here. Then if you hop across the road, this Jack Allen's, great restaurant here. So I put that on your list to have dinner. You have salons and other shopping areas in here, but that's kind of all that's that close to the Austin Country Club community. This whole area in here is mostly residential, not too much commercial. A little bit of commercial in the Davenport Village and across the way over at the Jack Allen's. And then your next bit of commercial is up here. And it's not too much, but you do have a few restaurants in this area. You have Waterloo Ice House, which is kind of like burgers and American food. You've got County Line on the lake, which is barbecue, pretty popular in this area. And then if you go further up north, you're gonna get to the Arboretum shopping area and then the Domain. And those are huge shopping areas that, you know, aren't but 10 minutes away. If you go the other direction, down here towards the south, you get down to the Bee Cave area. Got some good restaurants over here. The Grove Wine Bar, excellent choice for late lunch, brunch. Of course, because it's a wine bar, they have lots of choices of lovely, luscious wines. Hat Creek Burger, great place to take the kids. It has a big outdoor area. And then in here, this shopping area here, you have a couple more restaurants, your Starbucks, and then you have your grocery store at H-E-B. So let me zoom out a little bit. So from Austin Country Club, you have one grocery store here coming to the south, and then another grocery store up here. So you're kind of right in between the two, and it takes 10 minutes to go either way to each one of them. All right, and here we're zoomed in on the country club itself just to show you some of the amenities. This is the actual country club building, and over here to the south side, that's the driving range and practice facility. Over here, you've got a nice putting green and a chipping green, and that's hole number 1 tee off there. And just to show you how close, that's where the lake is. Oh, if I zoom out, it's probably a little bit easier. So here's the country club building, here's the lake, here's the golf club here, driving range here. You've got your tennis courts and pickleball courts over here, and your swimming pool. Now, again, you may have heard me call this Lake Austin, and you see it here, it's called the Colorado River. Well, in Austin, we double name a lot of things, but it is both called Lake Austin, and also it is the Colorado River running through town. Now, the Austin Country Club sits in the neighborhood called Davenport Ranch, and I'll show you where that is. It kind of runs alongside the 360 highway here. See this red outline here? That's all the Davenport Ranch area that would be included in that HOA. The other little neighborhoods across here that contribute to this area are the Tierra Madrones, Green Park, Rock Cliff Estates, Windy Cove, Toro Canyon. All of this area would be very convenient to be a member over at the Austin Country Club community. You don't have to live in the community to be a member. You just have to have the money, and you have to be invited. And right now, I'm told there's a bit of a waiting list, probably more than a year or two. The other option that some people choose if they can't find a place over here, it's usually a little bit more expensive on this side of the lake because of the convenience to Austin Country Club. The other option is coming over here on the north side of the river. This is Northwest Hills and Cat Mountain. And there are some beautiful homes that overlook the lake, and you can see the golf course from the other side. So always keep that in mind if looking at a golf course, and even looking at the golf course over water is something that is really important to you. Consider the north side of the lake and some of those homes on the bluff that have just gorgeous views. And then lastly, this little area over here is called Davenport West. Also some great homes, some newer construction, some built in the 80s. It kind of runs the gamut over here, but again, some of them front the water, and the closer you are to the water, the more expensive. And if you actually have water frontage, then even if there's nothing on it, you're still gonna be a couple of million, even just for a lot over there. So the nicer the home, you're gonna be in the multi-millions, upwards of 10 million if you have enough water frontage and square footage in the house, like say maybe over 6 to 7,000 square feet. And maybe if you have more than 60 to 80 feet of frontage, you're gonna be in the high multi-millions. So that is Austin Country Club in a nutshell, and I'd say it is one of the most sought after neighborhoods in Austin, and especially if you play golf, tennis, want to be part of that close-knit community. I hope this map tour has given you some insight into whether or not it's a good fit for your family here at the Austin Country Club part of town. Until next time, I hope we see you around town.